Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Successor, a comedy video game design podcast inspired by the late and great Cool Games Inc. I am one of your hosts, Blake Rhea. Happy holidays. I'm wearing flannel. I'm cutting AJ off.
Can I talk now, or are you going to keep cutting me off?
No, I think I want to redo the intro again.
Okay, go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to... I'm one of your hosts, Blake Rhea.
And I'm your other host, AJ Hart.
We take your lovely submissions from Twitter, Reddit, and email, and YouTube, even though AJ's a stinkler and says we don't. And we turn those into the next AAA video games. AJ.
What's up?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty decent. Been spending a lot of video game hours. Oh, do you want to talk about the thing that I was really upset about earlier?
You're not doing decent. You're fucking angry. You're an angry motherfucker.
That's right, I'm angry, and I've been reminded by you now. Oh, here comes my angry vibes.
For the first time ever today, I heard an insult that I will use forever in my life now. So we were in line for Starbucks, and somebody cut AJ off. Because
I need to explain what happened. So I was in line to get into the Starbucks fucking parking lot. Or into the drive-thru, and the drive-thru curves off from the road, and so I had to leave some space because I was in the middle of the parking lot, and I was like, okay, if I pull in now, I'm not going to be able to pull in the whole way, and then I'm going to block the road so that other people can't drive through here. I'm going to leave a space. That way people can drive through should they need to. And the guy behind
your
him...
hubris, your kindness.
Ooh, my one... You're right. That is my hubris. My one big flaw...
You're in LA. You can't be kind, dude. You got to be an asshole like everybody else. You got to join us.
The only flaw I have in my life and my body that will lead to my downfall is that I'm too nice. Because I left a space for other cars to go through, and some numbnuts... was like, oh, there's a spot. I'm just going to go ahead. And he pulls around me, and I'm like, oh, okay, he's going to go ahead and go past me so that he can go on with his day. I've achieved my job.
And that's
I've
when he
left
pulled
space for somebody else. God, I am so good and nice.
And that's when he took your
and
spot.
then this dumb taint licker pulled into...
Are you assuming licking taint is bad?
Well...
I'm sure there are some.
Nah, he licks like nasty taint.
Oh, ugh.
Should I use a bad term then? Like maybe taint biter would be like more.
That
feels
hurts.
That feels a lot worse,
no.
right? Does it have a little bit more sting to it?
It's aggressive. I don't know.
So this dumb taint biter pulls into the driveway in front of me, and I'm just like, bruh?
And then he used probably my favorite insult ever used ever. AJ double flips this guy off and says...
Your shit is whack and your pullout game is weak?
No, you said your dick is small and your pullout game is weak. I've never heard anybody measure somebody's worth their pullout game, and it's so dumb.
The weird thing is I don't know where that came from. I don't know where in my...
It came from a deep place, a deep sense of hatred.
Everybody knows that everybody's worth is based entirely on their pullout game.
Holy shit. AJ, do you have a submission or do you want me to do a submission?
I'll let you take the first one today.
Okay.
Because I'm just so generous, and I know I've been scorned once before for being generous, but as we have established, this is my hubris, my one great burden, my curse.
All right, AJ, I got a game for you. This one comes to us on Twitter from Philip at XRay950. A game only for perverts.
Okay.
AJ, what is...
Well, you know what's weird about that submission?
What's up?
We got a submission that was almost the exact same thing earlier this week from somebody else.
Oh, shit. All right, you want to... Does it involve the copious amount of feet-related games we got this week?
No, it does not. This comes from Twitter, also from Kitty Fun Specialist Andrew at Oh God Send Help.
You've heard it here. Send help, I guess.
Andrew suggests... You've somehow managed to get a contract for Hideo Kojima to remake literally any game. What is it, and how does he make it a Hideo Kojima game?
How does this revolve to a game only for perverts?
A game only for perverts and a game directed by Hideo Kojima is essentially a synonym. Synonym, not a pseudonym.
We're a video game podcast, not an English podcast.
No,
so don't worry about
my God, we would not be good at that.
I guess you're right, because they did the really shitty like lore for Quiet, which still blows my mind that they got away with that. But also, it's like part of me is like, hey, that's fucked up, and obviously you're just using it to have a naked lady in your game. But also like, hey, breathing through your skin and having to like wear as little clothes as possible. Like there's something weird and cool about that.
It'd be cool if it was a guy that was just like shirtless the whole time and
I
shorty
was
shorts.
picturing more Speedo-y. Like a battle Speedo that has like mags on it.
Yes. Oh, that'd be kick-ass. That reminds me of the character from Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah, the guy. Wait, is this the guy that has LEDs on his nipples?
Yes.
I like how you exactly knew who I was talking about.
You know what else is crazy though about like since we're on the quiet tangent and just like the idea of like, oh, video game guys need to explain what is up with their horny designs. Hideo Kojima, when approached about Quiet, was like, you guys don't understand. It's very deep and very cool. Check this out. She breathes through her skin. and then when people
while he's giving that whole like speech on it, it's just showing her doing the dancing in rain scene, and, like her just like wiggling on the floor like a fucking snake.
When Yoko Taro, the person that created Nier Automata, was approached and said, "Hey, why does your robot dress like a sexy maid with a skirt that you can look up?" He said, "I don't know. I thought it was hot."
You know what? I guess you're right. There is a level of like, if you own it, I think it's kind of it's easier to take in because you know what it's about. It's not like they're fucking dancing around the bush here. So we're gonna make a game that's all about like hiding the fact that we're trying to make it horny.
Yeah, but it is specifically for perverts. So it has Kojima's thing of like, this is definitely for perverts. But it has our game thing of this is definitely for perverts. But Hideo Kojima's wink, this definitely isn't for perverts. Wink, wink. But it has to be a remake.
Okay.
What game do you think was just like borderline, we could make this hornier if Hideo Kojima were to direct it?
I want to do some body positivity. So how about Battletoads?
Okay.
So you're expecting that one.
Well,
I want
so
sexy
you're saying
Battletoads.
that Battletoads already is borderline horny.
I mean, like, isn't there like a lot of the art like them just jacked up and using shorts and like them just beating the shit out of things?
You know what? I don't think I've ever looked at the concept, like the artwork for Battletoads.
I don't know. I'm just winging it here, dude.
I'm gonna look this up and find out if these things feel borderline horny.
Or we could just make Golden Kamui the game.
We could, but I'm way more interested. Wow, Battletoads really don't wear a lot of clothes, do they? Wow, he just has this like. Yeah, hey Blake, this is borderline horny
can I
already.
See it? Let me see it.
Yeah, go ahead and look at Battletoads.
Oh, dude, just massive pecs. Oh my god.
No pants.
The thighs, man. Holy shit. All right, so Hideo Kojima's directing the next Battletoads game. What? How can we make it more horny? I feel like
other than giving them frog titties.
I mean, they already have big bara titties, so like
now we need them to have big girl titties.
Bigger bara titties. Oh.
That's a game just for perverts. Hideo Kojima. But now we need we have Battletoads, physics-based, big titty frog women, and big titty frog boys. But now we need Kojima came in and he said, "Nice, this is a game for perverts." But we can't let them know. Blake, what's our excuse? How do we explain our big titty our big titty frog girlfriend?
It's like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle situation where they got enveloped in the goo, but the goo is like some weird serum made by a pervert. So they didn't ask to be this way; they're just this way. So it's like kind of it's like a tragic.
It's
hotness.
A tragic thing, and the scene where they get gooed is horribly sexual.
Don't say get gooed.
They got gooed, and then they transformed into Battletoads. And Kojima says, "No, you don't understand. It sucked." But then when we see it in the scene, it's very distressfully horny.
I don't know why I'm getting this image, but I'm gonna paint that scene a little bit more for you.
Okay, but you need to do it very slowly for me.
So Hideo Kojima loves his 80s music, right? So it's gonna play. Actually, it's kind of 90s, but it's the Nirvana's like that song.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go ahead and play it on the background while you describe the rest of the scene, please.
No, we'll get flagged.
It's fine. We'll only get flagged on YouTube. Sorry, YouTube audience. Keep going, please. I need this.
That's all I had. It's just like them having some 80s music on, and you literally just take the animation of Quiet wiggling around in the rain
But with more goo.
with more slime and goo. And also
Turning into a frog.
Hideo Kojima loves his like chapter based games. So he's like, like chapter 1, the end, chapter 1, the beginning, that whole bullshit. Chapter 1, the gooining.
Wait a second. Frogs can change their sex.
Okay, so they got gooed.
I'm sure Hideo Kojima can find some sort of horrible thing to say about that. That's definitely not perverted. Wink.
This newest mission, they had to go undercover. This game sucks. This game's really this game is problematic and I don't like it.
It's not problematic yet, but it definitely will get there if we keep going. I'll give you another video game submission.
Okay, all right.
This comes from Gazer on Twitter, at Just Gazer.
What's up, Gazer?
The original Day 1 A1. Gazer suggests something that looks like a children's edutainment point-and-click game in the style of Pajama Sam or Putt Putt that grows slowly into a murder mystery with an existential horror aesthetic.
Okay. I actually can I take an existing property from another podcast and apply it to this one?
Maybe. What do you've got?
Okay, there's this other podcast I listened to called Story Break.
Okay.
And it was an episode from a while ago, but they actually the story that they broke was a children's storybook for one of the hosts' newborn kids. And at the end of the episode, he read it to his newborn daughter. And I was like, oh, it's the manliest fucking shit I've ever
that's
seen.
real fucking manly.
So the idea is that a squid that inks on everything and causes a bunch of trouble. So like it's a point and click about a squid that inks on things.
Okay.
And then it just becomes a murder mystery.
With like an existential horror thing. So
I like the idea that they cover everything in ink and eventually everything turns to black. So they can't see
find anything because it's all.
There's no point and click to point and click. You can't click on anything, so it just becomes black and empty and fucking sad. So it starts off as a fun little children's game of like, I inked on that, and
2
then
plus
it becomes
2 equals 4. You made the 4 all inky.
2 plus 2 equals ink splot.
Yeah.
All right, so what are you thinking?
If it's a children's point and click adventure, then we can take like a lesson that we learned as a child and really just like bastardize that concept, right?
Okay.
So like, what are some lessons we learned as children that if taken to the absolute extreme would be the fucking pits?
Don't talk to strangers?
All right. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
It's an edutainment point and click adventure game where like the whole goal is that you like don't talk to strangers. Like you're not supposed to talk to strangers, but you can talk to friends and stuff. And then as the game goes on,
wait, hold on.
We can use the Pajama Sam IP, and the beginning of it is like, aha, Pajama Sam, stranger danger. And by the end of the game, it's, aha, Pajama Sam's a 28-year-old adult that won't go outside.
Well, here's my thought. How did they get friends if they were stranger danger? Because every friend is a stranger before they're a friend. So they have nobody to talk to.
No one to talk to.
Oh,
you spend
Jesus
the entire game as Pajama Sam trying to avoid as many social interactions as possible until, you're in your room as a 28-year-old Pajama Sam. Because you never went out.
You're wearing the same pajamas.
No, because how are you supposed to buy clothes?
He just grew out of. He just like grew through the footies, and the footies are now at your knees, basically.
The cape is so small on their back.
It's just, and anytime he moves, you can hear the crackle.
Why does it crackle?
Because it's been sitting for so long, like in juices and stuff. He's never taken it off.
Why would he not shower?
I don't know. Shower heads look like strangers. Haven't you ever been into a shower and be
that
like,
looks like a person? No. Although, hold on, a shower head. People have heads. Okay, I see how you got
strangers
that.
also have heads. So
yeah, I ran your math. That works.
All right, I'm gonna pitch you another game.
Okay,
I got a game for you. This one comes to us from Nick King B. Foling at 69420. Nice. Pokemon Bills and Pokemon Taxes. Red and Blue's adventure of dealing with the adult Pokemon. This brings up a very interesting concept to me. To own an animal, like say, your roommate, Nina, owns 3 cats. They have to pay taxes on each one of those fucking cats to live there. What is taxes for Pokemon?
Wait, they have to pay taxes for cats?
Yeah, like they have to.
There's a cat tax?
Well, it's not a tax, but it's like a fee when like a pet owner's fee.
Oh,
at a home.
yeah, because
so
we
like
rent.
so how does that shit apply to Pokemon, and does it apply to different types of Pokemon?
Oh yeah, are you
like,
kidding me? If I'm renting out a property and somebody's like, "Oh, I have a Charmander that's coming in." Oh, that's fun. What is it about Charmander
you have
again?
fire insurance.
If the fire goes out on its tail, it dies. So you have a live fire in the home at all times.
So
is that what you're telling me?
I want to do a game like that because there's this really dumb fucking NES game from back in the 90s that was like, I think it was just called Stockbroker, where you inherited a shit ton of money and now you need to figure out how to invest it in certain stocks and pay fees and all these different things. So I'm wondering, what if you are a bulk Pokemon owner and now it's just all the finances of dealing with Pokemon and it's just really monotonous and it's really boring?
Well, the pro strat is going to be to get rid of all fire types because they are the biggest risk maybe ever.
What if you could turn it into some sort of like money making game, like a cookie clicker sort of thing? Like certain Pokemon are worth more. Like you're just selling
like
Pokemon.
They're worth more, and then you have the Pokemon all in like a big area.
Uh-huh.
We've already done this. Do you not remember Pokemon
No, I know,
Care?
I know. But that was about just handling them and taking care of them. This one's just literally they equal a dollar amount. So what I'm wondering is what if we form some sort of pyramid scheme, right? Where like they're selling knives, but instead of having salesmen as Pokemon trainers catching the Pokemon we need, and so we can sell them. So the more Pokemon they catch, the more money they make.
Okay, so. So Red catches 5 Pokemon.
It's trickle-down economics.
It's trickle-up economics. That's how a pyramid scheme works.
No, but you say it's trickle-down economics. It makes it sound better.
It does sound a lot better. So what you're suggesting is some sort of system where I catch 4 Charizards.
Yes.
You get 2 of my Charizards.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I get all of them. Because you're under my contract. It's like when you create art for somebody. If you created that art on their time, it belongs to them technically.
Okay, but then I could contract another Pokemon trainer, and he catches Blastoises and then gives them to me. I get 3 Blastoises.
Yeah, you can sell them. You can sell them for parts and stuff.
But then I kick up a couple Blastoises to you because you earned it because you exist.
I paid for the Pokeballs, so yes, they are mine. I pay for the resources. You want to pitch me another game?
Yeah, I don't know what the game is here other than just like a reminder that pyramid schemes blow. I got a submission here from George L. Diaz at Ready Set Fire 123.
Is this a new user?
I think this is a new submitter.
Welcome.
Also, that's a really, really good handle. An LA Noire type game, but you're a manager trying to find out which employee stole something from the store you run.
Okay, I think this dictates what store we're working at, because I think it has to be an IKEA because you have more room to play.
I'm very interested in this IKEA. You know what? Fuck.
Okay, tell me about it.
I got it.
Okay, tell me about it.
I like this idea that it plays a little bit like LA Noire. I really like the idea that it's in an IKEA. I want to take a little bit of, what's that fucking game? Control.
Okay.
So that new game Control, have you played it yet?
I have not, but it's by my favorite game developer ever.
Okay. I also have not played it because I wouldn't be caught dead playing
I know the basic
games.
concept of it.
Yeah, I've listened to plenty of games casts that talk about it. But it's just like a really, really big building that like has like an ever expanding like shit inside of it. Like there's always new nooks and crannies and it's all the same building. We're in this IKEA, this constantly expanding, constantly growing IKEA. Somebody is stealing all of the pillows. You then have to run around this IKEA and hunt down where this person might have been in this ever-expanding IKEA. Like, oh shit, he's up in the mirror room.
Let me pitch you on something, because I feel like IKEA, when I walk in, it's not ever expanding. It's just I get lost a lot.
But
and
this
I feel
IKEA is.
Well, hold on. Let me pitch you on a different sort of working building. So there are different biomes. There are different like sort of areas of it. But when I'm in IKEA,
there's the kitchen section.
I feel like I constantly get lost, like it's changing all the time. So I'm thinking it's more of a labyrinthian sort of vibe. So it's like constantly changing places.
Okay.
So the route you took to get to the furniture, it's all fucking furniture. The route you went to get to the school,
beds,
to the desk area.
Yeah, desks.
Isn't the same every single time. So what you can do is maybe I want to take sort of the resource management thing. So like, what's that one anime? Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? That whole vibe where you go down in the dungeon and it's always changing.
The deeper the dungeon, the more dangerous
the
it
more
is?
dangerous it is. So you have to go.
The higher up in the IKEA you go,
the more dangerous it is. But it has like investigation levels of like LA Noire.
Yes, and like I also love the idea that like you mentioned like it's labyrinthian. I want to do some like impossible geometry shit like in Evil Within.
Oh shit! Okay,
you know what I mean. So
where
like
you're going somehow vertically walking up and like shit like
well,
that.
Well, more like you see a closet, right, and like you know consciously that you come around the corner and you're like, okay, this is a closet right here. There's no space for this closet to go deeper. But you come around the corner and you look down the closet and it's a whole ass hallway.
Oh, sweet.
Like,
okay.
And then if you go through that hallway, boom, you're gonna end up somewhere else in the IKEA.
Oh, holy shit!
Like,
and then like you get like you come across the catalog, right? That shows you the map of the store. But it works like the map, the Marauders map from like Harry Potter, where you can kind of like see, oh, my footsteps are over here. Oh, but now they're over here, so you kind of get like a general vibe of where you are in the store now.
Yes. It's like this roguelike investigation game.
Okay, sweet.
That plays like LA Noire, but has a crafting system. So I think it almost plays a little bit more like. Isn't that kind of what like Evil Within 2 played like?
Where you've played more Evil Within than I have.
Evil Within 2 was like a third-person shooter. It didn't have vehicles, and in this game we will have probably 2 vehicles. There will be shopping cart, and there will be the motorized shopping cart that IKEA employees get to use.
But the cool thing is like so you go out on an expedition to find out a piece of information, right?
Yes.
You have to fight. We'll have to come up with some monsters. I think they should just be like furniture that became sentient. So like imagine like a bed. Oh, like you remember the mimics from fucking from Dark Souls?
It's all mimics.
Oh my god, it's a store full of mimics.
Also,
holy shit, that's the background information. Like IKEA has been so successful that they've been able to sell furniture for so cheap because they have access to the only mimic supply in the world. So they've been farming mimics to make these amazingly simple and cheap pieces of furniture, and it's gone awry.
Okay. Yes.
So this person, like, you find out like somebody's stealing mimics and taking them out. That's the thing they're stealing.
I think that it starts off and they're just stealing items, and you're like the manager, and you're trying to like be like, man, I think Greg's stealing all of the fucking pillows from the bedroom department. But then you go there and like as you investigate more, you're like, oh, that's weird. I think somebody said that Greg's on the 6th floor, but I only thought we had 5 floors. You go up to the secret floor, and that's like where the lead is of the game. This is where it becomes
Wait, so you don't know?
No. You think as the manager, it's a normal IKEA.
Oh, holy shit.
You're going to discover over the course of the game that it's like fantasy IKEA, science like IKEA that has an infinite number of floors going up.
Here's our backstory on this guy. So we live in LA. A little bit to the west of us is Burbank, which is the biggest IKEA in America.
The biggest.
So he was the manager at that one and was so good. He got hired to move all the way to, I think it's Sweden, to work at IKEA HQ, which is like the biggest IKEA ever made. But he didn't know that this is the source of all the mimics.
I think, hear me out. He gets transferred to a Swedish IKEA. He shows up and discovers it is known as the smallest IKEA in the world.
Oh,
so now we
really?
have a disgruntled main protagonist, which I think is like key to a noir feel, right? Like you need a protagonist that's like feels like they've been scorned by the world.
Suddenly just started picking up drinking and all
he's
that
like
other good
he used
shit.
to be the king. He used to run the fucking Burbank IKEA. Now he's over
used
here.
to get meatballs any day he wanted.
Now he's over here. They had a full-ass all-you-can-eat buffet in my IKEA. I come over here and y'all have a fucking vending machine. This is how I talk.
Really quickly, there might be some people listening to this that have no idea what a fucking IKEA is.
Oh.
Or they've never been in an IKEA. IKEA actually has a food court where you can get like some of the most bomb like Swedish meatballs.
They have a lot of food in the IKEA food court.
It's so fucking good. They have like juice boxes and like floury chocolates and shit. It's great. It's really good.
Also, if you've never been to an IKEA, please go. They're like a personal decorator's dreamscape. I love them so much.
It's pretty good. All right, but this is an ad for an IKEA. This is us discovering the mimic infested IKEA.
So our main character gets transferred to the smallest IKEA. Oh, it's only 3 floors. I hate it here. I don't know why I sound like this, but this is my voice.
That's pretty good.
Does it sound noir-y enough?
Add a little bit more smokery vibe into it.
Okay.
No,
I fucking hate this place.
That sounds so fucking surfer boy.
Well, of course, he came from Burbank and he surfed every weekend.
All right, here, can I do my best impression?
Yeah.
I used to work at the previous the last IKEA I worked at, I could shit 5 feet from my desk. Now I have to walk to the other side of the damn IKEA.
But that's also just 5 feet. Fuck this
But
IKEA is small.
But it's on the north end. I want to shit on the west end.
So
I
and
want
then
to
he
face the sun.
and so he discovers that like somebody's stealing all these mimics, and then he discovers the secret third floor. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
It's like being John Malkovich, where it's like the half elevator between floors or something.
Yeah.
So it's like this weird world, and then something happens that causes that third floor to spill out into all the other floors. So the whole IKEA becomes this weird
and that's
thing.
the mystery that you're trying to solve, right? Like you've accidentally broken into this like secret floor. You, as the main character, accidentally release something, and now it is this mimic technology gone awry for this ever-expanding IKEA.
Oh, holy shit.
The higher up on the floors you go, the more dangerous the mimics you're going to find are.
Oh, holy shit.
You are still trying to find out who this thieving is, but maybe the thieving is the mimics trying to break themselves out.
Oh, fuck. That should be like...
That's like the big twist that comes out in the
Let's
third
hold on
act.
if we decide to come back to this because it says Nug potential.
This has nug potential just because it's a kick-ass game.
It's dumb, dude. It's the fucking IKEA mimics.
I'm super into this idea.
That's why they have those cool Swedish names, because those are like
Those
like
are alien
me as a
names
stupid
for alien
American. Yeah,
mimics.
me as a stupid American that doesn't speak any Swedish, I look at those names, I'm like, wow, that sounds like really mystic and cool and monstery. Like I don't know.
I got this new dresser that just says Super Kill Murder Machine.
No, that's not Swedish.
But I assume it's Swedish, so it's probably fine.
It's very
right?
elegant. It's like deep brown chocolate dresser machine.
I sure do love the Super Kill Murder Machine. Such a nice dresser.
I wish it had more drawer space, though.
But like, I'm really into this idea of like a roguelike third-person shooter.
And you can bring one thing that I loved about, I think it's one of the greatest roguelikes ever done, Moonlighter. I think bringing resources back that you can somewhat utilize, like maybe you have a crafting bench within your office.
We'll definitely have like a real progression system because we have a story that we want to make sure that our players get through. Every roguelike should have a progression system.
You know, be kind of
Thanks
cool.
for coming to my TED Talk.
He can change his costume, but it's only one thing. It's his tie.
Different ties?
Yeah,
Yes.
different ties.
Okay, let's put a pin in this. I do really, really like this game. We'll come back to it.
All right, AJ. You and I are deep into Pokemon, and
Yeah.
I'm about to finish it. And I want to come up with a fun new Pokemon game.
Okay.
This one comes to us from Deacon's Tot on the Cool Games Inc. Reddit.
Would that be read as Deacon's Thought?
No, because there's no H on it.
Oh, okay.
You dip.
Sorry. Sorry.
Pokemon Gym Builder, a Mario Maker style game where you get to design your own Pokemon gym and challenge other gyms, create confusing puzzles, place challenging trainers in the way of your opponent, build a team entirely of one type, and hope it doesn't get shut down. So imagine like you on your Switch, right?
Uh-huh.
We now can. This is going to be the future of Sword and Shield. They're
Okay.
going to be introducing their new tournament thing where you can craft your own gym with your own activities, and then you can create the loadout of Pokemon for the challengers that they need to face. So then you can become the greatest gym ever done.
Oh my god, that sounds so fucking cool.
You know, be even fucking cooler.
What?
You can give them their own voice lines too. So you can
God,
like
Nintendo would never give us this power.
No, you think they'd allow us to fuck with their IP so hard?
You think we'd let you customize in our Pokemon games? We got rid of that with secret bases.
Wait, what?
When they got rid of secret bases?
What are secret bases?
You don't remember secret
I
bases?
don't remember secret bases.
I think they were in like Sapphire and Ruby.
Alpha
they're-
Sapphire and Ruby, or
Well,
just
Alpha
Sapphire and Ruby?
Sapphire and Alpha Ruby had secret bases in trees that you could do. Normal, and then I think like Diamond and Pearl had secret bases you could do underground.
Mm-hmm.
Just shit like that. I missed that.
Uh-huh.
I missed that like secret base mechanic of like letting players create like their own customized little space that other people could come into.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's really frustrating to me that like the Pokemon camps don't have that, right? Like
Or you can like just challenge like all the Pokemon that they have, or like
yeah, there was a thing like that, wasn't there? In like the bases, you could challenge people, and yes, you could because you could challenge people, and then you could get like flags and battle points from them.
Mhm.
Yes, I want that back.
Do we want this to be its own standalone game, or do we want to adapt into Sword and Shield?
I'm ready to just slap this into Sword and Shield too.
Okay, so they are going to be introducing new buildings throughout the Wild Zone that you can come across. So, like, if a person in your vicinity has a gym, you can go to their building. One, you can decorate what the building looks like, so you can do your own aesthetic, you can do your own emblem, you can do your own pictures, whatever.
And you could earn points for that by either beating other players' gyms or through doing the battle tower thing and using battle points.
And then what be so fucking cool that I wish they implemented? So like in Sun and Moon, they did the whole thing of like everybody's game is influenced by the other. It's like if it's night in one, it's day in the other. That kind of vibe. What if like the person who was highest ranked gym became the final gym in that current Pokemon game? So imagine the final gym with the Dragon Boy is a complete blank slate at the beginning of the game. But by the time a person gets to the last gym, it's going to be a fan-made gym.
I think that what I want to do for that instead would be a system where like a scoreboard. Like it wouldn't be like a geography thing. It'd be like if you create a gym, you could post up your gym code online, something like what Mario Maker does, right? You make your map, you have your map code, you put your map code out into the world.
Yeah.
And so people can make their own gyms, but they can only make gyms based on the Pokemon that they already have in their box.
Oh, that's so fucking cool.
So if I want to make like an all-dragon gym,
oh shit,
all the dragon Pokemon that I have, I can put in for NPCs and stuff. And again, like if I want to make my gym better and stronger, I need to go beat other people's gyms, earn battle points, buy gym members that could be put into the arena.
You know what I would want to do, because it would like be so fucking painful, and I love games that beat the shit out of me. That's why I like Dark Souls. I want to be able to make my own set of 8 gyms. So the thing I want to do is like, say we took Pokemon Sword and Shield and all of the gyms are now blank slates.
Yes.
And then we can create our own 8 gyms for any player to log in and try and take on.
Yes, I think that I don't know if it's that like all 8 gyms are blank slates. I want the players to be able to create their own puzzle rooms. Like I want it to be its own. Why am I so popular today? People, please stop messaging me. I'm recording a podcast. So like you can create as many as you want. It is like a Mario Maker-esque like list of like, I want to build this, I want to build this, I want to build that.
The thing is like
you can build your own league within those like that list.
I want to do a Nuzlocke run with fan-made things. Like imagine like, like how Ross from Game Grumps was accredited as like one of the hardest fucking Mario Maker developers out there.
Yeah.
So imagine he, at that level, applies to 8 gyms that are the hardest gyms ever created, and you want to do a Nuzlocke run of that, you could. Be like, I want to go through all of Sword and Shield, but all of the gyms are now custom created.
Okay, so then we could add a system where like you could you beat a gym, you replace that gym with the gym you've built.
So
what is the system? How does that work?
The game starts up. So you have on the title screen of Sword and Shield, you can play Nintendo version, or you can play custom version. So when you load up the custom version, you load in
you can choose which gym codes.
Yes, so you can be like, okay, I want Gym 1 to be this code. I want Gym 2 to be this code. Because then you can get all these really cool forms of like, what's the hardest fucking gym gauntlet around?
Yes.
But it's reasonable and can be done based off of the Pokemon you find on each route.
Yes, that's very cool.
Oh, you can maybe even choose the different Pokemon on the routes. Could be like, I want route to be specifically
so what you're asking for is a Pokemon game that you can at the very beginning decide, I want these Pokemon.
Yeah.
You want Pokemon your way.
I want Pokemon my way, yes.
Okay.
And Gym Builder is just a little sliver of that.
Okay. Or you're a real give a mouse a cookie situation. I say you can build your own gym and you say all of it. All of it's mine. I want it how I want it.
AJ, we make games that are never gonna fucking happen.
I know, and we got really dangerously close.
Whatever we fucking want, dude.
We got dangerously close to talking about a cool game that I did want, which is just give us the fucking secret base and let us battle in them, Pokemon.
Do you think we're gonna get any addition? I hear tournaments are coming for Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Like they'll be fun, but I don't think that they'll be like. There won't be a reward for playing it other than like bragging points. Like I don't think that they're going to give us like special like you kicked too much ass t-shirts.
I bet you they're going to give you outfits.
I don't think they will.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it'd be kind of cool.
I have a suspicion that like Nintendo's whack as shit. Actually, that's my deep suspicion. Little rumor I'm working on. Nintendo's a little bit wacky.
Let me ask you a question. Is it Game Freak that's the weirdo, or is it Nintendo that's the weirdo?
I think it's Nintendo in general, but I think Game Freak also has issues.
Okay.
Because like Nintendo's always weird about shit like this.
Yeah,
like,
you
why
mean,
are they
like,
not
online content creation?
Yeah, all their internet stuff is weird.
You know, it's kind of weird that they gave that much control to their IP. Like, their poster kid, which is Mario. Like, they have Mario Maker. Like, why can't we do a Pokemon Maker?
Did you hear about like how they're doing a Legend of Zelda Maker now?
Really?
It's a free update for
Mario
Mario
so
Maker.
Fucking cool.
You can make 2D Legend of Zelda maps now. And like those come with their own tools like bombs and swords and shit.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I actually need to pick up Mario Maker 2 now.
I was thinking about that too, just because like the idea of a second IP that you can build stuff for is so exciting.
God, dude, that's the kind of the cool thing about certain companies getting a shit ton of IPs under their belt. It's like how they can mix them and play with them.
Hey Mario Maker, when are you gonna give us Bayonetta Maker? Let me make my own.
What are you talking about? We're never
levels.
getting another Bayonetta game. They don't give a shit. You just got to play the Wii U
Why
versions.
would you come in here and gut me like that? I don't need to play it on the Wii U. They do have a Switch port of Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2. That's right.
Yeah, that's all you're getting. Just like I'm never getting another Spyro game. Like I love the Spyro games. I'm not getting another one.
All right. Do you have another fake video game for me?
I gave the last one, so you need to give one this time, sir.
Are you sure?
Yeah, bitch. Bitch. Did that clip the microphone?
Oh yeah, that clipped. This submission comes from our Reddit from user the Michael Pank. Michael Pank suggests.
Say that 3 times fast.
Michael Pank suggests. Michael Pank suggests. Michael Pank suggests. And I'm going to speed that up in post, and you're going to be really impressed.
Oh, it's going to be really high pitched.
A game where you have to put together outfits for people to try and win fashion shows, but all the characters are JRPG protagonists.
Okay. So basically, this is like on Twitter. It's my user profile, but like those little games that you can share with all your friends where you can create yourself in like an anime version.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Basically, it's like one of those dress 'em up games, but you pick like the character style. You pick like
it's like a dress 'em up game and a fashion runway game, but like I want to lean into like the ridiculous JRPG thing.
Okay, so hair.
The more
jackets.
belt straps you have, the better. You know what I mean? Like Ragna from BlazBlue, he's got like 8 belt straps on him. He's doing pretty good.
You know what would be kind of cool?
What?
Like, what if this was like an online game, right? Where you can submit your characters to runways.
Yes, and then there will be like actual fashion judges. So you build your character design, you submit it online. We'll have deadlines like every 3 days for another fashion show.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
And then we'll like do judges to base who wins. It'll be like America's Next Top Model, but online for JRPG protagonists.
How about this? It's we have the traditional runway and then we have non-traditional runway. So like say you want to build a Gurren Lagann-esque character, then their runway is them hopping into a mech and doing a pose. Or it's like them like swinging a sword, and it's like slow motion, like them posing as they swing it.
I don't know about like building complete mechs. I want to focus this one just on the JRPG.
But you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
like you put them in the
make
scenario
a character for a fighting game. Make a JRPG character,
and then you show a little segment of them doing their poses within that sort of fighting game, or like them. You say you craft a music person, you could just show them playing their guitar and jamming out on drums or something.
Who do you think has the most wild JRPG main protagonist outfit that you have seen?
JoJolion from JoJo's Part 8.
Blake, do you know what a JRPG is?
Japanese anime.
You're very close. Japanese role-playing games?
You know what? Honestly, I think
like Xenoblade?
I think the only JRPG I've ever touched was Final Fantasy 15. That's it.
Okay, their fashion is pretty tame.
Yeah, they're just a bunch of goth boys.
They are all kind of gothy, aren't they? But like, have you seen like Final Fantasy VII? It's like Cloud.
With like the bolt shoulder plate. And stuff like
the
that?
bolt shoulder plate, or like in Xenoblade Chronicles, the main character is wearing chaps that are shorts.
Look, you know what?
That you can see his he's wearing shorts and then chap shorts, and you can see the lower thigh of him because his lower thigh is not covered by his undershorts. Have you really not seen the Xenoblade Chronicles, kid?
Assless chap shorts, and I think that's the greatest discovery I've made this week. Okay, here's the thing.
Wait, I'm pulling you up. This kid's like...
Wait, this is a child?
This fucking kid has chap shorts, dude.
What the fuck, dude? Xenoblade. Okay, here's the thing, though. I think JRPGs and a lot of anime have very similar things in common. So I think we can use designs from JoJo's. I think
honestly, some JoJo's characters probably look like JRPG protagonists.
Are you telling me everybody from Part 5 wouldn't be a JRPG character?
I could see Mista being a JRPG character.
Also, fucking Polnareff with his butterfly glasses. Are you fucking kidding me?
Okay, Polnareff would probably count. Why can't I find a good image of this kid's fucking chap shorts? Oh, there they are. they're assless chap shorts.
It just look like he'd get a draft.
He definitely gets a draft. But like that's the shit that I want. I want ridiculous JRPG outfits. I want like, oh, that's awesome. Chap shorts? What could be more ridiculous? Oh, I know. Pants that are just the shins. All thigh exposed.
Those exist though.
Pants that are just the shins?
Yeah, dude.
I guess that is just leg warmers, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
I want jean leg warmers.
Okay, how about this? I want to give you an image.
Okay.
So it's jeans where it's just like at the top it's kind of like a Speedo thing.
Okay.
And then it has one strip going down the top of the thigh.
Okay.
It circles around the knee and like does like a cool little circle or a heart or something.
Okay.
And then another strap down to like bell-bottomy bottoms.
Okay, what are we looking at top-wise? Give me the top, and then the hair, and then any accessories, and then I'll rate it.
Okay. So then the straps kind of go up, giving it cuts off. I mean, it goes across the belly, so you got midriff, right?
Okay.
And then it goes into this woven basket look where it's like kind of checkers across the chest.
I like that.
But it has an open back, and then turtleneck. It goes up into a turtleneck.
Is the turtleneck also mesh, or did it become cloth, like it's solid cloth?
It's like no, it's all like woven, like like woven baskets where it's over under.
Okay.
So it turns into that, and then it goes up into a over the under sort of turtleneck.
Okay, turtleneck.
And as a hat, he has a little propeller hat.
Okay, I like this. Do we have any accessories on the arms? I think his arms feel a little naked, unless that's what you're going for.
I think this person should wear like those little button like things above your pocket that like they have the little nipple. Like the little nipple thingy that it look like you should click things onto.
Oh, the little. Okay, I know.
It's just
those
like
little.
It's
like jean studs.
Yeah, so he has gloves, but each knuckle has one of those on it.
Okay.
And then on the back of the glove, it says, because I don't know, some JRPG shit is where they use English words for whatever.
Yeah, I'm into that.
It says orange on it.
Okay.
Just the word orange.
Is that on both hands?
No, on the other hand, it says pineapple. So when he puts it together, he says his strut name is Orange Pineapple.
I like it.
Orangey Pineapple. There you go.
Now, should I assume that this outfit is all blue? What are we looking color-wise?
I'm thinking it's all blue because then it makes the orange and pineapple like orange lettering and yellow lettering stand out more.
Okay.
And it also makes you look at like, why the fuck did you do that? Just how I look at those assless chap pants and I'm like, or short pants.
Excuse you, they are ashless chap shorts.
But they have like they are shorts that turn into pants, I guess.
Well, no, he has shorts underneath.
Yeah, he has shorts underneath.
And then he has assless chap shorts over the tiny shorts.
The very fact that we don't know how to explain this is a sign that it is fucking ludicrous.
It's a sign that it's incredible. JRPG fashion is the fucking tops.
No, and you know what? Honestly, I feel like it's if you had to dress that way, it'd just be like a cosplayer's hell, like all the time. Like cosplayers have to hold their shit together, or they can't do any major movements before it falls apart.
Yeah,
these people are battling. Their clothes should be fucking falling off them because it's just not stable.
Or at least whoever makes their clothes should be getting like huge awards. Like, holy shit, you made the zipper outfit that was all zipper and no cloth.
Wait, tell me how a zipper. I described an outfit. What does a zipper outfit
So
look
the
like?
zipper outfit is actually a dress that like is just a zipper spiraling all the way up to the top.
Hey, that's cool as fuck.
And I think that the zipper ends on the top left shoulder, but with a huge buckle.
Uh-huh.
And then
I fucking love that actually.
And then maybe on the right there is a little bit of cloth on the top right, and it's like a cloth pauldron that runs over the side down the right arm, and it makes like a big poofy sleeve, kind of like what one of the characters from Kingdom Hearts would look like.
Yeah. Like
but
they have like the big. Yeah,
Aqua has like poofy sleeves. It's just like that on one side. The other sleeve is bare, and then I think that it's got boots.
Giant buckles on the boots. They have to. It's a buckley aesthetic. You know what I mean?
No, the boots are still zipper aesthetic, but I think that like it is 3 zippers.
Okay,
they're like
sweet.
black boots with 4 zippers, one on each direction: the sides, the insides, the front, and the back.
Can I pitch you on one thing to add to that?
There's no laces on the boots, by the way. Like the zipper on the front just goes down and then curves to the front of the shoe.
Okay, sweet. Their backpack should be just a giant zipper. Like a giant, like, you know, the pulley on zippers? It's just that, and it dangles and flops with them as they walk. And it's all made out of metal.
You know, I'm not digging a backpack aesthetic for the zipper dress.
Okay.
I am really interested in the idea of a clutch, though. Like a clutch purse.
A clutch purse? Okay, tell me about it.
I think that the clutch purse is just one giant buckle, actually. This is where it gets a little bit weird. And that's my JRPG fashion character.
I love it. We should, you know what we haven't done in a while?
We haven't. Oh, should we put a vote up?
We haven't done a poll in forever. We're going to put a poll on when this episode drops, and you guys tell us which one of our JRPG characters is hotter.
Wait, I need to make a name for mine.
Okay.
Because yours is orange pineapple.
I think Zip.
Zips is clever. You know what else is even more clever, though? More clever?
Yeah, what's up?
Fastener.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, so it's Fastener versus Orange Pineapple.
That'll go up on Twitter. Let's go to another video game submission.
Okay, let's do one more lightning round, and then we're going to jump back into our nug.
Okay.
I think I know what our nug
It's
is.
the IKEA game, right?
Unless
Let's see if lightning strikes here, though.
Hey, AJ, do you have another one? Because my phone died. God, fuck.
I got a submission from Oblivion across the internet at BivyLad. BivyLad suggests Nintendogs, but with toy guns for the dogs. And it's called Watch Dogs.
Here, I got your game.
Okay, go.
It's just guns laying on the floor, but you can't do anything with them. They don't move. They're not sentient. You just have a camera locked on a plastic fucking gun on the floor, and that's the game. You can touch.
Wait, they're still dogs, though. Or are you saying no dogs, only guns?
Wait,
Nintendo guns.
I thought the submission was like, it's like Nintendogs, like you hang around.
Oh yeah, Nintendogs, but with toy guns. Oh no, but with toy guns for the dogs.
So it's just
so there are dogs. You can give the dog a gun.
Wait, what? It's saying toy guns for the dogs.
For the dogs.
I thought it meant for the dogs, as in instead of
replacing the dogs. No,
yeah.
They're on some Scruff McGruff shit. They want to see a dog with a gun.
All right, AJ. I think this boils down to what dog would you want to see with what gun?
Ooh, wiener dogs, of course, a sniper rifle. There's just something really satisfying about the longness of that. I think a lab, like any sort of lab breed, is going to get like a shotgun because it's like a bird hunting dog, I think. I think that sounds right to me in my head, and I'm not looking for any sort of constructive criticism on that opinion.
Okay, so
I think that boxers, they're just going to get like normal pistols, maybe like a really big deagle, a desert eagle, massive pistol.
I was thinking like a bull, like a boxer gets like those, those like old timey cop like leather holsters on their sides. So it has that, but with like two revolvers.
You know what? That's way better than mine. Yeah, I like that.
I was also thinking like maybe you can introduce things other than guns, because I think the idea of a dog with brass knuckles is like the funniest fucking thing to me.
Because it would hold it in its mouth.
Yeah. It would just run at you.
That's important to know. The dogs will probably be holding these guns in their mouths because they are toy guns. And now the idea of the wiener dog with a really long sniper rifle holding it like a big stick is very funny to me because it would look like a T.
If the dog, it's too heavy for the dog, and that's what you can do too. You can pair guns, but a dog has to be strong enough to hold it, right? So
it'll drag it.
So it's a wiener dog that just drags it, and anytime he fires it, it just hits people's toes.
And then like Nintendogs always had the little mini games, like you could take your dogs out to go like do sporting events like frisbee and stuff.
Yeah.
But in this game, you would take the dogs out
pigeons?
to do shooting. Yeah, the dogs would shoot guns. I do have one very important question, and it's not necessarily pertaining to this video game. Why the fuck haven't we gotten a new Nintendogs game for the Switch?
Because the very fact, like how in Sun and Moon you can pet the Pokemon.
You can't
fucking pet the Pokemon in Sword and Shield, which is like, hey guys, you have the biggest fucking touchscreen of any sort, Sorry, I have bells.
You have bells on the thing, so we super know that you hit the microphone.
I have bells on my microphone right now because it's Christmas. You have the biggest fucking touchscreen on any sort of portable device, and guess what? You can't fucking putt Pokemon?
Not only this, do you know what Game Freak did to me personally,
What did
just to fuck me, AJ Hart?
What they do, bro?
So they have a little thing in there where you can like play with your Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
And if you play with your Pokemon, you get to build friendship. And if you have good friendship with your Pokemon, when they go into battle, they'll do a little wiggle because Nintendo's like, check this adorable animation out. They shake. That's my grievances with the animations. But then sometimes flavor text will come on. And it will say shit like, Beat Stick, your Grookey, sure would like to be pet right now. And then I spend the next day and a half, the day the video game came out, Googling, hey, how do you pet your Pokemon in Pokemon Sword and Shield? It's weird because like I know it's a touchscreen and so I should be able to touch them and pet them. But no, for some reason I can't figure out how to do it. So I've gone into the camp and I've even crouched down. And I'm crouched on the floor so that I'm at my Grookey's level, and I touch the touch screen, and it doesn't work. So maybe I try to pet him with the little feather thing, and he just punches me. And so I'm like, fuck, it's 3 days in, and I'm just stressed out because I can't pet my fucking grass monkey.
Little side story to this. AJ and I were on the freeway, and we were having this exact conversation, and he was losing his shit. And
it's the most stressful thing in the world.
I didn't tell you this, but I was so worried you were going to get in an accident because you were so distracted.
Why would they do this to me, AJ Hart? I was so stressed. I had real world stress and anxiety because I couldn't pet a fake fucking monkey because I thought I was a dumb pea-brain idiot that couldn't figure out how to use a fucking touchscreen.
You ready for a nugget?
Man, I hope that's intelligible because I know that I just really started just going like a million words a second.
I was looking at the audio levels. You were pretty okay. All right, so...
Why can't you pet them?
Maybe you can. We just don't know how.
The fucking switched thing is 3 times bigger than my cell phone, which is all touchscreen. Why can't I touch my Pokemon?
Wait, important question. Can you pet your Pokemon in Pokemon Go?
No. But you can pet them in Sword and Shield or in Sun and Moon.
Yeah. That's weird that they didn't adapt that. Like maybe not enough people fucking did it or something.
Not enough people pet the Pokemon, so we removed it. Fuck you.
You know, I love that, like, at least one episode, one of us goes on, like, a meltdown. Like, you've had 2 episodes in a row, man. You melted down over the whole feet thing, and then, and then you got this.
My psyche's just always on the edge. I could go off at any second.
All right. So we have our nugget, which is IKEA.
Nug.
So what is the end game? Because I want to figure that out, and then we can go to patch notes.
I think the end game is either... I think the end game is that you discover that the mimics have created this cursed IKEA. Mm-hmm. And maybe we'll do something where like there's some branching paths. Or we can write that in, or I could talk to you and we'll figure out which ending we think would be most satisfying.
Well, I think the thing that stands out to me most is like, how did they get these mimics into the IKEA in the first place, and why don't they just go Hulk mimic out when they go to other IKEAs? I think it should be like Pokemon. It's a symbiotic relationship. These mimics live to be used as furniture, or they live to be used or whatever. But then some mimics in the HQ started rebelling. So now you have like some, like for a mimic to be sent to another IKEA, they need to have passed their whole mimic exam or something.
Yes.
But here, this facility is different because some of them will start wigging out, and it's your job as the advisor to fix that shit.
Well, your job was, you didn't know that was going to be your job. You got transferred and you were not told that there was a secret mimic foundry in here. But I do like this idea that there are kind of 2 factions of the mimics. There's the good mimics that want to be used as furniture, and then there's the evil mimics that are just crazy and nuts.
They become like these weird evil versions of all of the furniture from IKEA. So like you can be wandering down a hall surrounded by furniture, you don't know which one's going to jump out and be fuck you up. If we're taking this thing from Control, I want to figure out 2 things. So if we take a little step from Control, what's our final boss fight look like, and what's their weapon? Like, what is an IKEA person have that they can fight IKEA people with? Like, because I think in Control they have that weird stone
They have like
pistol.
a gun that transforms.
Yeah. So do we want to be like, it's just rummage and build a weapon because you weren't given one?
I want to propose the idea of like maybe Control's a bad example because it's like way more sci-fi than I think that this game's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to lean a little bit more into like the evil within to crafting mechanics.
Okay. So you find stuff that you can turn into weapons.
You find stuff that you can turn into weapons, and I think that maybe once you get into those higher floors, like maybe once you hit like floor 5 or floor 6, those really difficult ones, you're going to start finding security that got terminated. And if you're really lucky, maybe you can find a gun or two.
I think you find pieces of guns.
Pieces of guns that you can then craft in. And that's like the roguelike progression. You're going to go up, you're going to go through the floors, you're going to find parts of guns, you're going to come down, you're going to be able to start crafting guns.
Can I pitch you on something?
Yeah.
Your weapon is a mimic. So
you find a good mimic.
you find the thing that you discover is like you come across on the very first mission is you're going up to floor 3, but you get stuck on floor 3.5. And then you come across a bunch of evil mimics trying to convert one of the good mimics.
Yes.
And that mimic becomes your buddy, because then you can also have like really cool little poster art of you and your mimic friend.
Yes, and then like as you go through the game, you'll find pieces
To
of
add
gun
to your mimic.
and then your mimic will be like, you know what? I think I can make a taser. Actually, I've seen enough taser parts. Let me give this a go.
And certain furniture is more vulnerable to other things. Like metal furniture a flamethrower does nothing to it, but a buzzsaw where it can chop that shit up.
Yeah.
Or it's like a gun that shoots like little buzzsaws, like the dude from Turbo Kid, basically.
That's kick-ass.
All right, so obviously our final boss is going to be the evil mimic who's been leading it all.
I think what if that's it's the employee that you thought was stealing stuff is revealed to be a mimic that found out how to create to mimic a person.
Oh, holy shit.
And so you need to terminate this mimic that found out how to be people. But then when you do this boss fight, like it's going to be like a real gauntlet. Like this mimic is able to transform into like 100 different things. Like, now it's a big
changes
monster
its type,
truck.
so
now
like
it's going to
certain
transform.
weapons are So it's kind of like Mega Man in a way.
Yes, and on the final boss, you have to cycle through everything that you've gained through the game.
Oh, holy shit. What if, like, you miss something?
I think if you miss something, you get put back down to the bottom, and then, like, it is roguelike, so then you're going to have to work your way through and hope that you can find the drops.
I think it should be like Gungeon, where each level has a couple different bosses that can be applied to that level.
And as you beat a level, you can then get that. Once you beat a level, the mimic can mimic that button on the elevator. So let's say you don't have to always play through floors 1 through 3 because you know that you've progressed beyond that in the game.
Yeah, Gungeon works exactly the same way.
You can say like, actually, I'm going to just go ahead and go on the elevator up to floor 5 and start from there on.
Yeah.
Gungeon does that?
Yeah, it's basically the way Gungeon works is like you meet this one person that's like once you have a certain amount of resources that you can only collect on a level, you can actually save them outside of the level. You have to... you have to spend them on that current run, which will allow you to go back to that floor or go beyond it. So you actually, like, to get the elevator to floor 2, in between levels 1 and before you finish 2, you need to collect this amount of coins and this many keys.
Okay.
And then it'll build the elevator for you to where you can just automatically go to level 2.
I think that this game will let you start jumping floors just because you've cleared them.
I don't know. I think like it'd be kind of cool to build them.
I want them. Okay, let's do a little bit of building.
Because IKEA is all about building, you know?
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. You should build your way through there. And then I think that we're going to have a secret ending. And the only way you can get through the secret ending is if you do manage to go through the whole gauntlet of floors 1 through whatever our final floor is.
Oh, holy shit. You have to do it in one go?
In one run.
Holy shit.
If you're able to do it, then you get the secret ending.
Okay,
But other than that, you're always going to get the bad ending where your main character dies at the end. But if you want him to live and get the good ending, all 99 floors in one run.
Oh, holy shit. I love it. All right, cool.
What are we going to name this game? Is this game officially licensed IKEA property?
Yeah, like all of our games are. They're always officially licensed.
I'm sure IKEA's really itching to get into the game
You know what, honestly?
What?
You know, with like the amount of like companies and stuff making their own games again?
Yeah,
there's
there's that.
be
Like,
surprised if IKEA did like a maze-like game or something.
well, next month we know that we're getting or this month, I guess, for like the free game of the month, we have the official Monster Energy drink game. So this will be the official IKEA game.
Okay, sweet.
But do we just call it that? The IKEA the video game?
The official IKEA video game?
IKEA the officially licensed video game.
They'd fucking hate us so much.
I like it.
The officially licensed IKEA game. Or is it IKEA the official game? No, the officially
licensed IKEA video game.
Okay, I'm into it.
I'm into this very much. There it is.
You know, it'd be really sweet too.
If IKEA shared this, thank you so much, IKEA. Thank you for listening.
No. You know, like at the end of Portal, where it's just the final image is like you got to have cake.
Yeah.
What if the final image of the game is just you having a bowl of Swedish meatballs that are steaming
with your mimic?
With your mimic.
That's
boy.
the catch. I think that the bad ending, the mimic always dies. Maybe the bad ending is like all mimics are terminated.
But if you beat it in
the
one go,
good ending, if you go through the whole thing, you're able to save your mimic. And then you get the little like surprise image at the end
He's still
of
alive,
the mimic and the main character.
And then we just do a complete rip-off of the Still Alive song from Portal 1. I'm all
out,
about it.
Flat out stealing.
All right, ready to go to patch notes?
Yeah, I think we're ready to go to patch notes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Patch Notes. Just as a heads up, we're going to be doing an episode next weekend, but after that, we are going to be taking Christmas off, just as a heads up.
It will also be recorded a little bit earlier than most episodes, so go ahead and send your submissions in earlier than later this week, because we want to make sure that you get them in before we record.
And if you want to submit something, make sure to submit it to our Twitter, SpiritualSuck with 2 C's. You can send us an email, spiritualsuccessorpodcast@gmail.com, or you can submit to this Cool Games Inc. Reddit or our very own Reddit.
And if you want to help out our show, the best thing you could possibly ever do is share our show with a friend.
It's the holiday season.
It's the holiday season, and what's a better gift than giving a podcast? It's free.
You get to listen to it and like with some like cocoa and just like when it's snowing outside. And
it's free. And of course,
it's free.
It's free. A free gift. The best gift.
And if you guys can leave a rating or review, we actually have about 400 of you guys now. And if some of you guys can leave us a rating or review, it would definitely help us stay on those charts. And we would love you so fucking much.
We really would. And then, of course, if you want to see some art, I know that Blake's going to make some officially licensed IKEA branded artwork this week. And if you look at our socials, you'll find it on Thursday. Or if you're part of our Patreon, you'll be able to see it earlier.
Usually on Wednesday.
And then last and certainly not least, our intro and outro music is Cheap Shop by Anna Monoguchi. An excellent song from an excellent album for an excellent game. I have been your host, AJ Hart.
And I have been your other host, Blake Rhea.
This has been Spiritual Successor, and these are cool games
that should not be made.